History repeats and we are living it with the Neocons. Victoria Nuland is a great soldier of the Neocons similar to Hermann Göring was to the Third Reich. Biden's administration/Neocons are the puppeteers similar in their politics to the Third Reich in Adolf Hitler's Germany. If you analyze Hitler's Nazi German economic tactics will look very similar to Biden's administration with the military-industrial complex adapted to the 21st century. A bankrupt nation like today's US is printing fake paper dollars with no backing but thin air. They are counting on World War III to justify their strategies. We all know that the US will never pay its debt of over $34 trillion. Only war will justify canceling the US debt by sacrificing the US population and the rest of the world. I guess they will be counted as collateral damage. Machiavellian parallels, neoconservatism and historical repetition. History often provides a lens through which we can analyze contemporary events and political phenomena. In the case of the neoconservative movement in the United States, parallels to historical precedents, particularly those of the Third Reich, offer intriguing insights. This essay will explore the Machiavellian aspects of neoconservatism, drawing comparisons to historical figures and events, particularly Hermann Göring's role in Nazi Germany, and examining the economic tactics of both regimes. Through this analysis, we will uncover the echoes of history and the potential consequences of such Machiavellian strategies in the modern world. Parallels between Victoria Nuland and Hermann Göring. Victoria Nuland, a prominent figure within the neoconservative movement, bears resemblance to Hermann Göring, a key figure in Adolf Hitler's Germany. Both individuals wielded significant power within their respective regimes, operating as influential figures shaping policy and strategy. Göring, as the head of the Luftwaffe and a close confidant of Hitler, played a pivotal role in the execution of Nazi policies, particularly in the military realm. Similarly, Nuland, with her involvement in shaping U.S. foreign policy, especially in relation to Ukraine and Russia, exhibits a similar level of influence within the neoconservative circle. Furthermore, both Nuland and Göring exemplify Machiavellian principles in their actions. Machiavelli, in The Prince, emphasizes the importance of pragmatism and the manipulation of circumstances to achieve political goals. Nuland's involvement in the Ukraine crisis, including her infamous "Fuck the EU" remark, demonstrates a willingness to prioritize strategic interests over diplomatic niceties, reminiscent of Machiavellian pragmatism. Similarly, Göring's role in implementing Nazi policies, including the orchestration of the Luftwaffe's bombing campaigns, underscores a Machiavellian approach to achieving regime objectives, regardless of moral considerations. Neoconservatism and puppeteering. The comparison between the Biden administration/neoconservatives and the Third Reich raises provocative questions about the nature of political power and manipulation. Drawing parallels between the neoconservatives and the puppeteering tactics of Hitler's regime sheds light on the Machiavellian dynamics at play. In both cases, a centralized authority seeks to exert control over national and international affairs, using propaganda, coercion, and manipulation to maintain power. Moreover, the notion of puppeteering extends to economic policies, particularly in the context of militarization and the military-industrial complex. Just as Hitler's Germany prioritized militarization and war as a means of economic stimulus and consolidation of power, the Biden administration's reliance on the military-industrial complex echoes similar motivations. The manufacturing of consent for military intervention, coupled with economic incentives for defense contractors, perpetuates a cycle of militarism and interventionism reminiscent of Nazi Germany's war economy. Economic parallels and the specter of World War. The comparison between Nazi German economic tactics and contemporary U.S. policies, particularly in relation to debt and militarization, reveals unsettling similarities. Both regimes embraced deficit spending and monetary manipulation as tools of statecraft, leading to economic instability and reliance on militarism as a solution. The specter of World War III, invoked as a justification for militarization and economic policies, echoes the rhetoric of Nazi Germany, where war served as both a distraction from domestic issues and a means of asserting dominance on the global stage. Furthermore, the notion of collateral damage, as a consequence of geopolitical machinations, underscores the callousness of Machiavellian politics. Just as Nazi Germany sacrificed millions in pursuit of its expansionist agenda, contemporary policymakers contemplate the human cost of military conflict as a mere footnote in pursuit of strategic objectives. The normalization of such callous calculus reflects a dangerous disregard for human life and morality, characteristic of Machiavellian governance. Conclusion. In conclusion, the parallels between neoconservatism and historical precedents, particularly those of the Third Reich, offer sobering insights into the nature of political power and manipulation. Through the lens of Machiavellian analysis, we see echoes of history in contemporary events, from the wielding of power by influential figures like Victoria Nuland to the economic policies and militarization reminiscent of Nazi Germany. As we confront the specter of World War III and the consequences of Machiavellian governance, it becomes imperative to heed the lessons of history and resist the allure of power at any cost. Only through vigilance and moral clarity can we hope to avoid the pitfalls of historical repetition and forge a more just and equitable future.